Wow! What a good show. And who's in the other box? Whoa. Oh, he's dead! Yo! What?
Is this part of the show? Mr. Lenny, you're going to use magic to fix the stage now, right?
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still in that box, right?
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at this time.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of Justice.
Did we just actually see someone get murdered?
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough.
What the fuck?
Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead.
Holy
His name
shit.
was Powell, one of the assistants in Linny's magic troupe. Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage.
No, Liddy! Oh my god.
As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowell in the box, rather than the guest from the audience. And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be found. It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance, and there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
Lenny, what happened? Lenny, what happened?
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. Really, using such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale. Did he really underestimate us that badly? I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Lenny, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
Lenny, no!
Huh? Why me? This whole thing was an accident.
No, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not? Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation, a bald-faced challenge.
Nah. You got the wrong guy. My man is innocent. You cannot put this on him.
He was in the box on the stage the entire time. We could even hear his voice. Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances. He couldn't possibly mean catching himself.
My boy got set up.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against Mr. Lenny and his associates, and that you are pressing charges?
Oh, and he got charged by the fucking Archon himself, too. Oh no, this is so bad.
I just think that well, I think it might be a little early to talk about formally pressing charges.
But what Lady Farina said just now makes perfect sense. Looks like she's gonna personally deliver justice.
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show.
Oh no,
Lady Farina said it all.
no.
I mean, of course, my dear people.
No!
But what excites me even more than the obvious truth
No,
before our eyes
come.
is the opponent I'll be facing.
Oh my fucking god, this woman she's getting on my nerves.
That's right. I mean you, traveler. You'll support Lenny, won't you? After all, he was the one who helped you the first time we met.
I trust Lenny, alright?
Then there's no problem at all. You know, the Traveler and I already had a duel the first time we met.
Oh yeah, duel, huh? Yeah, you tried to arrest Paimon for flying.
But with Lenny's help, our little duel ended in a draw.
Huh.
But draws really are the most boring possible outcome.
The ego on this girl.
So, no more straws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. And what better place to hold such a riveting showdown and decide the true victor than here, on the grandest of stages, the Opera Epiclese!
Charges have now been pressed, and as such, a trial is in order. Well, traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric aside for a moment, I would like to ask you, are you willing to act as Mr. Linney's attorney and defend him in this case?
What? What? With what education do I have? With what credentials do I have to act as an attorney?
The trial will be held a day from now in the Opera House. Both sides may investigate the scene to build their cases and search for the truth. Linney and his troupe are all potential suspects and shall remain within the Opera House. The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once they have been cleared by the guards.
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big shot outlander can build in such a short amount of time. I'm really quite looking forward to hearing it.
I'm sure you are. Fuck you.
I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, do you think I could possibly be the murderer?
No, there's no way.
Good to hear. Thank you so much for trusting me.
Oh god, this is so bad.
I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not. And I don't know why poor Cal was in the box. As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid I don't have any answers either. Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible.
Where did you get those glasses? With what money did you buy those glasses?
Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier. Pretty cool, huh?
Okay.
Don't worry, Paimon used her own savings to buy them. It wasn't from our travel funds.
Okay, good.
I think they look cute on you, Paimon.
Aw.
You have good taste, Lynette. Where did Lynette go during the performance?
Ah, well, I'm afraid that would involve some of our essential trade secrets as magicians.
Alright, you're already not helping.
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Linny.
I suppose you're right. The truth behind our tricks is going to be important evidence that will be weighted during the trial. 'Tis truly a pity. As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. We've poured countless hours and spared no effort in perfecting it.
Yeah, that's also true. All of the magic about the show is just gonna be gone, so they're gonna be out of business by the time this ends too. I mean, their reputation is already pretty tarnished, so...
Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'd avoid getting mixed up in this whirlpool of a mess if I were you.
Why?
What do you mean?
She still has them on.
Come with me and you'll see.
I really hope she keeps them on.
The deceased is one of Linny's assistants named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troupe long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowl inside it.
But wasn't there supposed to be a girl?
We've already searched the scene and were unable to find any traces of the girl. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap.
Yeah, I saw that.
All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Linny is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
But he doesn't have a motive.
Are you both good friends of his?
Wow.
You can't say we're good friends, but we've known each other for a little while.
Yeah, about a day.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorneys.
Yeah?
I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence.
Well...
Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward. Just know that I'm warning you for your own good.
Examine white line.
The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks? Whoa. Look! This bit is made
It seems to be flammable. Like a type of flash cotton?
So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it, then that means... Wait, why don't you write all this down? Let's take notes.
It was custom made to be set on fire at that specific area.
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move then?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you saying about the number selector?
Turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks that same number every time.
What?
I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance. In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
That much checks out. Linny reserved our seats for us too.
Lenny's going to jail. Don't give up. Never back down, never what? Never give up!
The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself. Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide to come see the magic show. The magic troupe members all claim not to know her, and we have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects. Simply put, she wasn't related to the magic troupe at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
Ah, shit.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between them.
Damn. She did look like a lot like the thief. A lot of people in Tibet could pass off as the thief, honestly, but...
The way I see it, it all started with that loud thud.
The thud? Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yes, exactly. It wasn't terribly loud, but I suspect that most people heard it. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath, so no one paid it much mind. But now that the incident has happened, the thud has become an important clue.
That does remind Paimon, though. What was with that sound?
He did say that he broke something inside of there. This doesn't really help his case at all, but the fact that he was talking a lot during all of that to distract the audience, anybody that was trying to do whatever with the girl inside of the box, they could get away with it because everyone was distracted. Honestly, I feel like whoever did this, it was perfectly calculated. They had to know it would perfectly go right.
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here!
Huh?
I've been keeping an eye on you for a while now.
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No? And by the looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
Yeah, I'm not.
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula?
No.
From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it. And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president.
Hello, Navia.
Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
Do they also call you Taylor Swift?
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Melus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle? What gives with the names?
Well, I am the second generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my previous title.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
No need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine. Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind.
Really? We think so too. That's why we're looking for clues now.
Woo! We have a supporter. Thank goodness there's someone in this room that has a brain.
But how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition.
That's not going off with a lot, but we'll take it.
Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she? But that's not uncommon for her.
If you remember, the Justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
She's so real for that.
I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her.
True.
In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
No.
Well?
Not always.
And why would that be?
Something serious like a trial shouldn't be treated like entertainment. Yeah.
See, Silver and Malus? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, demoiselle. I too think that the traveler's response was most excellent. No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact.
Anyway, I like your answer. You passed with flying colors.
Thank you.
Now, I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
I passed the morality test.
Wait! Since when did we become assistants?
Oh, well, I can be the assistant. Sure. Or your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
She gave up her role so easily.
You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearances. In this sense, our goals are aligned.
And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
He has not said a word.
I have nothing to add.
Oh, alrighty then.
He's just here to collect the paycheck and go.
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you wish to leave, you must register your identity with us first.
No, we're not leaving. We're representing Linny and Lynette as attorneys, so we're investigating the case. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes. After the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection. So the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on.
What about during the show?
I doubt there was much opportunity then either.
How can you be so sure,
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time. I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck.
Aww.
But still, I did not abandon my post. And I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave. We Melusines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here.
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower.
Actually, you know who she looks like? She looks like a Pokemon trainer. She'd be a gym leader.
Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and we'll be helping investigate this whole situation. And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most grateful. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here?
Weren't there balloons and other decorations here?
True.
Where did all that go?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering the answer.
The back of the door isn't the same.
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board.
Oh.
So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get?
There's another box inside of this one. So it's like an elevator of sorts, kind of?
Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head down.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic box!
Yeah.
The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances of the tunnel. See this flatbed trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley. all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed. Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
Then what about your side of the trick? Maybe he just got out and walked over?
Right. You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end.
What if he just like dropped down and sprinted as fast as he could?
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, makes sense.
My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
It's so simple.
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box. And by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
Oh.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who.
Oh.
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
We really don't know how that happened.
Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime, so Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
You sure about that? Damn, so something broke here. Someone had to have been down here then.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which, why would there be water here?
Maybe it was for a trick?
Oh, Paimon knows. It's one of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear. And here's a broken vase. Huh. Did the trolley knock it down while moving?
That can't be. The trolley moves along tracks from start to finish. It couldn't have hit the vase at this distance.
Yeah.
Let's note this down too and think about it later.
I can't take her seriously with those glasses on.
Oh, these are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing, right? Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
Oh, Lenny didn't mention the guest having a wardrobe change.
Right. And do you really need to do that if you're kidnapping him?
What? Wait. Okay, Paimon.
This is so confusing. Paimon doesn't want to be a detective anymore.
So her clothes are gone too. Let's not think about that too much.
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh? There's all kinds of odds and ends here.
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have been left here?
Someone had to have gotten her changed. Maybe like put on a wig on her so she could blend in with the audience or something. If you open up the menu, she's still wearing her glasses. She is. The vent! They vented! No way!
It seems someone could fit through here.
Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
Just like among us.
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, the space would be too narrow.
But there are no other ways in or out of here.
Other than those that go through the magic boxes.
You're right. Let Paimon write that down.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the Opera House's basement. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident, and no one was found hiding there.
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber then. You know, like the kind you usually see in novels.
It would seem so.
The plot thickens.
She said it.
No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation. All the current evidence points toward Linny and Lynette.
Yeah, well, she's confident in a lot of things.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some considerable progress.
So if the charges are upheld, they'll announce a sentence?
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the oratrice will hear statements from both sides.
The oratrice will too?
That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced. Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be used by the Oratrice as a reference. Then, finally, the Oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment, which is why people have great faith in the Chief Justice.
Uh-huh.
Yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
Bruh, I'm stuck here?
Huh? Why?
Nah.
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case.
Damn.
And even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
That said, are they providing food?
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
No, my protein, man.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some of Fontaine's famous desserts, too. I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all. Just kidding. Paimon will still do her best, even if there are no snacks.
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
Huh? Here? But how?
Understood, Demoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
What?
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the Demoiselle's baking needs whenever the fancy strikes her.
Oh my god, these dudes.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it.
Where did
Please
you...
sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my awesome snacks soon enough.
Where did you even put that? Fresh macarons?
And Paimon thought it smelled good while it was still in the oven.
What?
Oh, it's even better now.
They just be cooking up.
Can't stop drooling.
They just be making macarons? Like that? What? Them big ass macarons too.
Paimon was just thinking. Aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress dirty, beating egg whites and baking like this?
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano.
True.
Anyway, give these a try. Fresh out of the oven. There's 3 for each of us.
Only 3?
And they even got designs on them too? Jesus.
Eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head. You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case on a sugar rush, would you?
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is Demoiselle's favorite, strong black tea with a floral fragrance that clears the mind and lifts the spirit.
Thank you.
All right then. Down to business. As Paimon mentioned previously, the tunnel seems to be something of a secret chamber. However, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone within it. Some criminal also occupied its sealed confines. The magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course, but they lack any logical motive.
Yeah.
Exactly. Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
We're left with two other people, the missing girl and the deceased.
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel, resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real trouble is...
None of the clues we found thus far support the existence of this third person.
Yeah.
But the only people left to consider are both technically victims. Whether it's the missing girl, Halsey, or poor Cowl.
There's no way Cowl could have... Maybe Cowl was an accomplice.
Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowl before making her escape?
But she had no way of knowing how the magic trick worked.
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off. Nor does she have any motive. The guards said that she has never had any dealings with the magic troop's members.
From the sound of things, this is turning into an impossible case. Your macarons are amazing though, Navia. They smell great! They're nice and crisp and super sweet!
They are my specialty after all. And I see you've already had 5 of them.
Damn, why don't you eat that?
What? 5? Oh, that can't be right. Paimon only counted 3, honest!
Thanks, so you can't even count either? Crazy.
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
No. Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to count. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough.
It's fine. If you ate them, you ate them.
Even you don't believe Paimon? How could you? If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stomach!
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us might have gotten too engrossed in our chat and eaten them by mistake. No big deal. That's it for snack time. I'm going to have another look around the area. I don't know what we're looking for yet, but we've still got some time. As attorneys, I suggest the 2 of you think the case over again.
Oh, it's probably gonna be a long and difficult case. There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare.
Look at my lawyer dog. I'm going to jail.